Sorry, I just moved my mic again. Oh, hang on. It's still not facing me. There we are. Alright, hello besties and beasties, and welcome to another episode of In Stars and Time. Let me just remind myself which one I was on. I was supposed to go back and look at some things. But I don't fully recall what things. Right. I actually don't need to save because I just fucking started. Ready? I think my plan was to go back to the city, so I actually don't. Wait. Do you hear that? Sound, that's the king. He's crying. Yeah. Key on the floor, you pick it up, found the empty key. Shaped like a mask of some kind, put the empty key in your pocket. Well, judging by its location, I'm guessing this is the key for the gate just ahead, but... Right. This gate is covered in the king's hair. Yes, okay, so I was correct. That is. This thread is so strange. I can't seem to move it aside. Frozen thread seems to be covering the rest of the floor, too. Can we cut it? Keep Bonnie from taking your knife and try to slice the door yourself. Oh, it didn't work. Attacking out of nowhere like that. So scary, Seth. Indeed, it didn't seem to have done anything to the thread. Oh, wait, look, it did something. It's slightly dented. Here. So a sharper knife could do the trick, maybe? I suppose. Either way, we should explore this floor. Just go get the knife. I don't... Whoops. Turn the F out. I don't recall where the key knife is. I'm such a terrible memory. Do not touch the person here. Also, I do slightly a little bit play to play what is it? That's not really over tonight. Which will mean you'll get so I kind of made a place in the as well boxes filled with crafting materials, including... Actually, now that the papier-mâché hands are gone, there's some tools. Oh. Huh. That's fun. Barrel full of water. Nothing in here, right? 2 salty broths, okay. Oops. Actually, I wonder... It's nothing but... Mold the clay into a plate and pierce a hole in the middle. Huh. I don't think there's anything we can do with the souvenirs. Like, I don't think that they're actually... Like, I don't think that's a surprise tool that will help us later, you know? I think that's just a fun little interaction I didn't think of before. Or maybe I did and it turned into something different, but I don't remember doing that before. Shaped like an angry. always have to look at my keyboard to be sure that I'm not like secretly touching, touch the tier button. Yeah, I wanted to do some. That's not my Heck, I don't know if you guys have even been able to really hear me this whole time. I just turned down the volume on the audio. It's only 6 minutes, but anyways, yeah. I was hoping to do some That's Not My Neighbor, but I'm starting to think that's probably not, oh, no, I want to fight. That's probably not going to be able to happen. Because my usual Thursday D&D game was moved to Wednesday, which means, yeah, just fucking give it back to Sifrin. So I have to turn the volume down. So I won't be able to record tomorrow night as well, and my dad just went to bed. Because I get home so much later now. And an actual human also standing right there. All about stupid croissants. I still don't know why the text is doing that. Save them. Slap your hand right on Mirabelle's mouth. Shake your head at her and move your hand. I wasn't gonna say anything bad, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, she was gonna call Odelia cute. Your glove now has a trace of lipstick on it. Oh, lipstick, gloves. Did mine smudge? She looks as perfect as always. You shake your head. Sorry about your gloves then. Oh. There. Odelia is absent-mindedly pats Isabeau's shoulder. Wow. Isabeau, you were down bad. You were down really bad. Can see Mirabelle in some of them. Kaboom Craftonomy book is there. These look ugly. Friends is better. Oh, right. Because Isabeau made it. Man. Oh. Okay. It's kind of interesting. Sif looks a lot less happy in their portrait there than everybody else. Like, everybody else looks just absolutely delighted to be there. But not Sifrin. And I don't know if that was different at the start. I feel like it was. I feel like Sifrin had a much more, robust smile at the beginning. I wonder if we are already starting to see the effects of all the bullshit this game is gonna put him through. We'll wait for that, my guy. Okay. Alright. Oh, is it here? I think it's here. Okay. I didn't even bother. Me too. Oh boy. Right. So let's grab the bomb stuff. We have to throw a bomb at the king. I love this mischievous little face they get. It's kind of funny that Isabeau kind of seems like, you know, your classic himbo. So I'm just checking to make sure the seems very much like your classic himbo, but he also knows how to make a bomb. Like, he knows the complicated chemical equations and stuff like that to make a bomb. Now I guess he was in like some sort of some sort of like Vogardian military thing, or was it bit? Oh goodness. I don't remember. Oh, so she must be thinking about her roommate. Feel bad taking advantage of this moment, but you open the drawer. Some pens, a brooch, anti-anxiety medication. Each paper seems to be a file about a different person. Each has a picture of someone, their name, and what seems to be their answers to questions like, where do you imagine yourself in 10 years, and do you want kids? She must have been looking at similar papers in Dormont. Is she choosing one person to do something? Either way, this seems to be what Mirabella's worried about. You should go and talk to her about it. And of course, she's got the anti-anxiety medication. Huh. You know, I'm glad she's at least medicated. No time. Why is no time glitchy? Oh right, these are candles. I think these are tonics, yeah. Or juices. I rarely ever use the juices, and I really should. Oh, yeah. Bodycraft, changing how you look. Get hot with that. Because it's crafted. No point even trying to remember. Right, where the cloak comes from. Because we know that Isabeau wants to do stuffed animal laying on. Because we know that Isabeau wants to, you know, do fashion design. Was that another tonic? Oh, that might be a tonic. Yes. Salty broths. I've forgotten what those do. Oh, right. Okay. Look at it. Isabeau sees you. No. Door has a sentence written above the lock. No, it's just my head hurts. Yeah. Can't read what's written above the lock. Yeah. I forgot that I was perma running, so I tried to run. Oh. I guess it'd be hard to control Sif if he ran faster. Yeah, I swear he looks a lot less happy than they did. Oh. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. In case you're ever like, why is he not? It's because I've hit the wrong button. Just assume I've hit the wrong button. I'm playing a bunch of different games at once now. So my brain is just like, it's trying to do all of the different control schemes at once. I think I've mentioned it before that I have very bad memory to the point that like most of the time I don't remember I don't remember like just sort of the basics. And oh, I don't know what that was. And so trying to remember the control schemes of several games at once. Lately, it's been quite difficult. I mean, I had to start Pirate Yakuza all over on the channel because I completely forgot how to control the game. Sure, yeah, just give it up to Odila because she can do paper. I've been playing a lot of Balatro, which I'm very glad. Oh no. I don't remember where I need to use this crest. Fuck. Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to look up a walkthrough again. Okay, this is a rock one. I'm gonna have to look up the walkthrough again. I feel so bad doing this. I just can't remember what way to go. Oh, right! I was gonna... There was a, if I remember right, there was a dead end that I've never gone to before. And what I wanted to do, I think... That's fine. Ooh. Right, I haven't leveled them up much. Yeah, heal yourself. Heal yourself, girly. I wanted to go to the dead end room that I've not been to yet. I think that's what I wanted to do at least. And that'll bring me... Then I'll do the... Shit. Sorry. Right. Odile wanted a family tale that is in Dormont. I'm so sorry, guys. So yeah, I think I'm on the 3rd floor, and I am here where we get the crest. And I think the correct way to go... Okay, so the correct way to go is all the way over near where Mirabelle's room is. You go down from there, and then you head to the shrine, because I think that's where we get the Keyblade. So actually from here, where I'd go is through this door. Or I can just go fuck myself. That works too. Sorry. I'm not gonna fight this one. Because I just need to go. Okay, so I go up here. Oh, jeez. And I go this way. And I use the crest here. Now I'll have to come back and kill myself with one of these tears, but... I don't think I've ever... Whoa, wrong way, Stardust. Yeah. No, for a festival that was supposed to take place today, you think? Yeah, I mean, there's no point doing that. Some books all lined up. There's a space between two books, like someone removed it. Bonnie seems to be reading it intently. It has a very striking cover of a Mudu clay figure with large sunken eyes and a screaming mouth. Can't read the title. You're curious. What do you have here? Bonnie hides the book in their pocket. Nothing? It's nothing. Nothing at all. Sure. Okay. Shut up. It's fine. I'm fine. Stop looking at it. Stop looking at me. Shut up. Here, take this book instead. Bonnie shoves a book at you. Sneezing. How to expulse bad thoughts. Wow. Uh-huh. Hey, you good, Bonnie? You find an anthology of horror stories. On the cover, a handsome young man looks into the night fearfully, but longingly. Ooh, Mira, looks like the kind of books you like, yeah? Horror books. This one looks massive. What's this one called? That's a handsome young man falling into beautiful, heartbreaking madness horror anthology. Oh, Mirabelle's yelling made you jump. Did someone in the house have it all this time? Did someone keep it from you? What is it, anyway? It's a full anthology all about pure-hearted boys being subjected to awful monsters and horror situations. Seeing them screaming in fright, I can't help but root for them, and at the same time, be happy I'm not in their situation. There is something lovingly touching about these tales, something wonderfully hopeful. I cannot help but read them and pray for their survival. So do they usually survive? Or do the monsters catch them? Well, 50-50? What? But also, the catharsis that fills my whole being when they get caught. There's something very wonderful about that, too. The Schadenfreude? Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude. Don't worry about it, Bonbon. I, too, am also lost. It's very good, very moving, makes me feel like I went on a run. And also sometimes the heroes end up bonding with the monsters, too. What? Oh, romance. I understand the romance part. Books about terrible things happening to good people, huh? When we finally get our book club going, I would love to know if you have more books like this one. Boy, do I! You smile. Some things stay the same. There's a note with the word open phrase 123 written on it. Look at it a little closer. Is that an open phrase for something? That sounds very safe and not at all stupid. Okay, so I've got an open phrase. There's a bunch of unfinished poems on the desk. Someone slaps his hand on one of them. I love the fact that even though I went the wrong way, I now have an open phrase that I didn't before. I don't think I've managed to open any of the rooms that needed an open phrase before. I don't even know if I found the storage room one. There's a storage room one, wasn't there? That's the one that's the storage room is for. Yes, I'm reading. Oranges are nice. Oranges are soft. Oranges are frail. When you look at me, I feel like one. Your fingernail digs into my cheek. Peel an orange open. The poem ends here. Is this a clue? No, it's just someone's unfinished poem. Let's finish it for them. Do we have time? Do we really have time to do this right? Peel an orange open. Orange juice comes out. Oh, gems. Peel an orange open. The person who wrote this is the orange, right? That seems to be one interpretation, yes. Okay, so I die. Actually, I think that might be the best ending to this poem. Very literal, very nice. Blood oranges? Something with that. Something bloody but poetic. I haven't heard a single good idea yet. Madame, do you have something then? No. Yeah. Leaving us young people to do the job, I get it. Sif, your turn. None of these are good. None of these are good. These are terrible options. I honestly think... No, they don't. I honestly think Bonnie's the best. Some papers. You pick one at random. It's a poem about lovers on a bridge. Okay. Well, I have a new open phrase now. I'm gonna... Okay, I have this open. There's a storage room. I have the walkthrough open telling me where things are because otherwise I would be hopelessly lost in here. It's the one that spoiled that there was a poetry room there. Although, I mean, I'd already sorted out which way to go. I think if I'm correct, Isabeau and Mirabelle, that's her name, have been right both times. Oh right, there's a secret passage. It's just a hallway. Somehow I feel like we're wasting our time, but I suppose we might as well see where it leads. Is this the secret passage that was like the first time we learned anything about Sif? Try not to cringe. Right, this is just them talking about crushes. Feel like a disease to you sometimes. You want to tear those feelings out. Oh. Uh-huh. You good, Saffron? You good, my fellow? Sounds like someone ran away from home and had to reassure their mother they were doing okay. No one really knows how to respond to that. What did I say? Run away from home, what a weird thing to do. Didn't you do that? Shit, I should have listened. I should have listened to that whole thing. Ugh, okay. I've got to go touch a deer. I've got to go kill Saffron. Where's the nearest hole where I can throw Saffron's corpse into? Yes. A tear froze you in time. Start again. In dormant. Yes, please. Yes, please. You wake up. You dreamt about someone crying into nothing. Whose voice was it? I think it was probably the King's. Gonna be real and honest with you. Probably the King's. Close your single eye. Might have also been yours, honestly. I'm gonna put this in save 1. I think it was supposed to be alternating saves just in case. No. Right. Although I don't really know what alternating saves is genuinely gonna get me. I think this is the only time. Saffron, you're up. I'd like to make sure Mirabelle doesn't get upset, but is there any way to make this conversation go faster? You thought about doing a sleepover tonight. Oh, I was actually just thinking about it. What do you think? To shield all of you against the king, tell her about the carrot method, whatever it is, so she'll be able to cast it. Oh, I wonder if this is because I've been skipping so much dialogue. This makes so much sense. Okay. This is weird. Some lips she mentions her sisters and others. Scrub out Isabeau or Odile. What about Bonnie? What a cutie. Definitely the younger sibling of your group. There's no doubt about it. Yeah. Because I've already asked about Odile and, Huh? That's not the last one I've seen. The last one I've seen was 87. Oh, does it genuinely mean the last one you looked at with your eyeballs? Huh. Right, I don't think there's anything new in here. Does it matter if one of you isn't aware of it? As fellow... Yeah, because last time it said, like, fellow theater nerds. As fellow actors, does it matter if one of you wasn't aware of it? Ooh. This game. This game's starting to get places. Surely knows the lines, huh? The last stage of the king's curse. Not even Mirabelle could reverse it now. The only way she can come back to normal is if you manage to beat the king permanently. Looking at papers. So which one will you choose? Excuse me? Okay, hang on. Fan mail delivery first. Thought she was scary. She has a very intense look, you know, but she's gifting me a bow she made. She thought it would fit me well, and she says... Oh, she's such a nice person. I'm so glad that... Anyway, look at this bow, isn't it? You already have the stylish bow. Bow disappeared from Mirabelle's hands. Huh? What? Point at the bow Mirabelle is wearing. I do? I do. Look at this bow. Isn't it pretty? It does. Uh-huh. So which one will you choose? Point at her pile of papers. What? What? How? What do you know? Answer me. She has her hand on her rapier. You're choosing someone for something, right? Seems important. Maybe I can help? I suppose you must have more experience than I do. All right. I'd like your help if you'll give it. Thank you, Siffrin. But, this might take some time, so, make sure you have time. I have time now. Oh, okay. Okay, how to do this? Sit down next to me, maybe? Mirabelle looks at you without saying a word. She looks worried. Maybe you should take the lead. So what are those papers really? Oh, bonding proposals. Like when you promise to stay with someone forever? Is Mirabelle looking for a partner? No, wait, that's not exactly it. Please stop looking at me. It's more like, dating? Dating profiles. I'm not thinking about being bonded yet. Didn't think Mirabelle cared about that. You're still confused. Alright, well, before this all started with the king, I decided I want to try to date someone. So I asked a dating company, and they sent me a bunch of folders of people I could meet and that I could date, but I haven't gone through it yet. So I figured I could at least get that done today, and look through all of them and make a list of people I could see myself dating. And I suppose I need help? I'm choosing someone I could spend the rest of my life with, so I'd appreciate another pair of eyes, or, just the one eye. As long as it's not my two eyes looking at this, And also I need a distraction from tomorrow very badly, so I figured I'd replace my anxiety about our possible defeat with, this. Oh, Choosing someone to date is a little out of your comfort zone, but do you think you can try and find someone that would fit Mirabelle? Maybe. I have a few profiles right here. She removes an immense folder out of her dress pocket. Was she carrying it with her throughout your entire journey? You can go first and tell me what you think, and I'll go after. She shows you the file of a strong, buff-looking man. Is that Mirabelle's type? We have one of those at home. What? Do you mean Isabel? Ew, you're right. Is that worth any of you? Either way, it sounds like masculine people are her type, probably. She looks through her files. How about her? She shows you the profile of a gentle-looking lady. She looks like you, does she? Yeah, you're right. Is that worse than you? So, well, non-feminine. Yeah. I don't have a type. I like all kinds of people equally. If you had to choose. And Nod. This is the most aromantic girl I have ever heard. Oh, honey, you don't nod. Yeah. Alright, let me think a bit more. Yeah, girl. She thinks for an awfully long time. Well, what about you then? You think about how to answer this for an awfully long time, but then catch yourself. What, are you just gonna copy my answers? No. Okay, fine. You got me, Siffrin. I'm not interested in that dating stuff. Oh, that makes sense, but then why? You know, Siffrin, the change belief is very, very important to me. It's all around changing. Changing with a capital C. Bettering yourself, becoming a better, different person. One of the ways to change is to try new things, you know? That's a part of the reason the house offers so many different classes. So I'm trying. I'm trying new things, and some are fun and fulfilling and easy, but you can't just go in and only try new easy things, can you? Sometimes I have to try scary new things, things that make me uncomfortable, things I don't want to do at all. Like dating? Yes, like dating, but, you know, romantic love is one of the biggest ways to change. It's supposed to change you, to bring new experiences, and so I have to do it, right? To be a good housemaiden, I have to do it. To date, I have to love someone in a romantic way. I have to do things with them. I have to bond with them, and I have to sleep with them, and have children with them, and love them this very specific way. And no, girl, that ain't it. Yeah, I figured. And I don't want to. I don't want to do it, Siffrin, not at all. Dating, the idea of being in a romantic relationship, of being with someone like that, I hate thinking about it. I hate the idea of it, I really do. The idea of it alone is just awful for me to think about. I can't love someone like that in the way I should love them. It never happened, and I don't think it ever will, and I need this to change, don't I? Oh, stars, this is heavy. You're not sure what to say. Why do you need to change? Because I have to, Siffrin. I'm a housemaiden, and I love it, and I love helping people. Getting to know them, I love learning new things, and I love it all, but I have to change it that way, too. I wish I could just not do it. Siffrin, there's such a pressure to force us to do that, and it's not only that. There's such intense pressure to force us to change. We have yearly festivals all around showing yourself as a new person, for crap's sake. Most housemaidens have completely changed at least once, and I haven't. Isabeau isn't even a housemaiden, and he's changed, and I haven't. Yes? In what way has he changed? And I don't want to change. I'm happy with who I am. I'm comfortable with who I am. I'm comfortable with the idea of not being with anyone. I'm comfortable with this idea of staying the same forever. But we have to change and bring new things into our lives and change clothes and hairstyles, new parts of our personalities to appeal to a deity that I don't know if they understand that sometimes I just like to stay the same. Or maybe they do. Maybe that's why they haven't. And now I have a list of people that I could meet with so that I can fall in love with them, which I can't do. Do things with them which I will never ever want to do, and also I can change. It makes me feel like a mistake. I must be broken for not being able to want these things, because everyone else can. Well, I don't know about the romantic part, but I don't want to do things with people either. Huh. Why not? It's weird, right? Yeah. Jump a little, but she doesn't notice. Yeah. It's just weird and gross and it's awful and I don't want it at all. You mean it? You really mean it? You understand? Yeah, of course. Damn. What a relief to have someone who understands this, at least. But it doesn't fix anything. I need to change, and dating, it's part of it, so... Siffrin, I know you don't follow the change belief, but do you have something like this? Something that brings you joy and community and faith, but some other parts you don't know how to follow, some other parts you don't know what to do with, some other parts just bring you grief. Something that brings you both joy and grief. Think about the stars. It's more complicated than that for me, but yeah, I have something like that. Sifrin, do you want to elaborate? Hey Sifrin, hey buddy, hey, hello to my fellow soul on this journey of life. What do you mean, the stars? So you do too. How do you deal with it then? You don't. I just try not to think about things that bother me in general. Avoidance, huh? That feels a little too cowardly for me. Ouch. I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say. You laugh. You know she didn't mean it that way. Of course not. You didn't know Mirabelle held those feelings towards the change belief. She always seemed so passionate about it. But the belief that she loves so much is also the same belief that forces her into a box she doesn't want to be in. Why doesn't she leave it behind then? Suppose it's not that simple. I don't know anything about your belief, but you could always game the system, right? Game the system? Change things by deciding not to change? If everyone changes in that way, then you'll change by not changing that way. There's more than one way to become a better person, right? Changing by deciding not to change? Sifrin, that's not how it works. But no one needs to know. Change myself. Deciding not to change. Sounds challenging and fun to me. Right now you mean it. And I won't later? It does. It does sound challenging and fun. Oh, I love her. Mirabelle smiles at you brightly. You smile back. Thank you, Sifrin. Thank you for talking with me. Oh, look at the time. You probably had other things to do, didn't you? Go, don't let me keep you. I need to be alone for a little bit. I have a lot to think about. I'll see you later, okay? You got a memory of faith. You'll always remember this. When equipped, memory of faith boosts all your housemaid's stats by 30. Wow. Your housemaid also learned the skill Holy Care Shield. It's amazingly strong. When used, it creates a shield that makes everyone invulnerable to attacks for one turn. Damn. So strong, you'll only be able to use it when you and your housemaiden have had this exact conversation. So if you loop back to Dormont, you'll have to talk to her all over again. Remember that, okay? Okay. Interesting. So there's going to be some conversations we're going to need to have over and over. Companion quest. Hung out with Mirabelle. Interesting. Now I want to talk to everybody to see what the fuck has changed. Try it. Nothing happens. I need the open phrase for that. Yeah. I know you are. Good luck tomorrow. That's not what you usually say, sir. Grip the silver coin lightly. Tightly. What? Okay. I'm fucking desperate to know what the hell happened with that stupid incident. Will this game ever give me the relief of informing me? Probably not. Probably not. Probably never. your victory tomorrow. At least I don't think she's changed. Right. There's a town. Yeah, there's a place in. Oh, shit. Dang it. Yeah. Sorry, there is a family tale. I've heard the boulangerie has one of those. What? What? Really? She doesn't seem to know how to react. Look at her repeat the same words over and over. Siffrin, will you come with me to ask them if I can borrow it? It might take some time, so make sure you have time to help me. I have time now. Thank you. Let's go then. Una Delia, now hang out. You should head to the bread? There's no need to go here right now, is there? Bread? Sorry. Hey there. Hello. We've heard you may have a family tale. Family tale? Of a family called Paparazzi. If you'd be okay with it, I'd like to borrow it for a little bit. The one I borrowed for my girl before the house froze. Not a very good writer, so I figured reading another one would give me some inspiration for stories to tell my little girl. Do you have it still? I do not. What? Do you know Antoine, maybe? He lives at the east of town in the house with no flowers. Asked if we could borrow it. They knew the Paparazzi family, you see. Couldn't really refuse. Paparazzi family died only a few years back, after all. Well, that sucks. Do you know if he still has it now? Don't see why they wouldn't. I have a sudden bad feeling about this. House to the east of the village with no flowers, huh? Looks like we should go pay them a visit. Okay. So this is gonna be a bit of a fetch quest, I believe, where I'm gonna be going all around town. East of town with no flowers. This one? Oh, hello. Antoine. Okay. That sure is me. And you're two of the saviors, aren't you? Thank you for all you're doing. Best of luck tomorrow. Thank you. We had a favor to ask. Could we borrow the family tale you possess? For an hour, maybe. Oh, the Paparazzi family tale. I know this means a lot to you, so... Oh, no, that's not the problem. I'd be happy to lend it to you, but, well... Think one of the kids next door stole it from me? What? Oh, I'm not saying they're bad kids. They're very nice kids. Very nice. They're just, well, you know the three kids outside. A few weeks ago they passed by to help me cook some things, and, well, the book is gone now. So, sounds like we should talk to those kids. Think we should look at those for Boniface? Oh, she probably has shit to say about everything. Not everything. Smells heavenly. I'm actually quite surprised that Bonnie wasn't here. And get that book. Ugh. Let's just go, alright? Hey kids. I'm gonna beat you up if you don't have this family tale. She does look like a strict school teacher. Kids. The middle kid with the small hat looks at you from their rock throne. Adults, what do you want? Siffrin, you handle this. Why you? Why me? You're closer to being a kid than I am. Good luck. Do you know about family tales? Yeah? What kind of adult doesn't know about family tales? Are you stupid? Man, and you can't ask adults if they're stupid. Can't I? Look at them. They're short, and their hair looks unbrushed, and they look like they haven't slept in weeks. And that hat definitely looks stupid and not cool. Siffrin, the kid is destroying you. Do something. On principle, you don't get into fights with kids. Anyway, do you know about a paparazzi family tale? Man, and I think he's asking about... Shut up. I got this. Little kid looks at you as disdainfully as they can, which is a lot. What if we do? We'd like to borrow it. Trade. Trade a trade. Here's something you do not. Knowledge. Offer us something in exchange. I have a silver coin. 2 silver coins. Sadly show the seal. What kind of adult only has 1 coin? Are you broke? Denied. Here, 5. 4. And I won't tell your guardians that you stole a book. Oh yeah, okay, deal. Okay, so Manon doesn't have the book anymore. What? Listen, Charlene was being really annoying about wanting it, so I gave it to her so she'd stop crying, okay? Who's Charlene? Charlene Choquette? The what? Can't help but laugh. Look at the old lady's face. Siffrin, we are going. Jesus fucking Christ. You. Hello. Hi. We've heard you've got a cool book. Oh. Yes, from Manon. Manon's so nice. She gave me the book. The book with the nice stories. Dad was reading it, now it's mine and I can read it all by myself, but it's boring. Want another book. Wait, which book are you talking about, Charlene? This one. She shows you a book. I'm so sorry. It's fine. We both find a nice silent place to talk. Christ. I can't believe this took that long, but finally. Adelia looks at the closed family tale book intently. Aren't you going to read it? They said I could keep it until I have to leave dormant, so I have time, but... She's still looking at it. The family tale book you spent so much time trying to find. It seems important to her, but why? Is this related to your research? Sorry, what? The book, is it related to your research? Well, I suppose I've kept it secret long enough. Don't tell Isabeau, all right? There is no research. I'm not researching anything. Sorry for not saying anything. Isabeau said I must be researching something since I was a traveler here in Vaugarde, and it felt easier to not say anything. So then what the fuck are you? Why did I leave Kabue, travel for years, all to find myself in Vaugarde if not for some intellectual pursuit? Well, I'm actually here in Vaugarde to find out more about myself. I suppose it's not very apparent to you, but my mother was Vaugardian. I've lived my whole life in Kabue. My father was a Kabuan and my mother Vaugardian. I have no idea how they met. He never told me, but all I know is that she never wanted a child. She left very early into my childhood and I never saw her again. Good riddance, if you ask me. But she left and didn't leave anything behind. No pictures, no letter, no family history. But what does it matter, right? My father was a good man and Kabue was my home. I used to think I didn't need to know about my history, about Vaugarde, but still a part of me was curious. And one day, a few years ago, a Vaugardian merchant showed me her wares, and this book that she wouldn't let go of, a book of tales written by her whole family, a family tale, and she explained family tales to me. Generations of Vaugardian parents writing stories for their children, and writing them down in a book. So you'd end up with stories written by an entire lineage. And she was explaining the way the book was written, the rules of this particular way of telling stories, how friendly families shared their stories with each other, and how it had been done for generations, how it brought her closer to her family, her ancestors, her culture. And while she was explaining all this to me, she suddenly stopped. And I was surprised to find out she stopped because I was crying. I didn't even realize it. Because I wanted this. This connection that she had to a history that was also supposed to be mine. But it was stolen from me because my mother left. And I'd never have a link to this culture, ever. Unless I went there. So this is why... So I traveled to Vogard, and, well, the king took over shortly after I arrived, which did make things more difficult. But during my travels with you all, I got to know many Vogardians and see many Vogardian cities. I got to learn more about the country, its culture, its faith, its people. And I look and I learn, and this is the country my mother came from. It's half of me, but still, even now that I'm here in Vogard, I feel no connection to it whatsoever. I don't recognize myself here. Isn't that strange? Half of me should be from here, isn't it? Shouldn't I see something of myself here in the place that my mother came from? Shouldn't it be like looking in a mirror? Like a revelation? Shouldn't I see how Vogardian people act, how they think, and be able to say, so this is why I'm like this? Shouldn't I be able to call this place mine? But I can't, and it feels awful, like my roots have been cut off without my consent, like my mother stole it from me, like I don't really belong anywhere. But this is why I'm here still, to know as much as I can about this country, and in the meantime find out if it'll make me find out more about myself. Jesus Christ. And I did find out more about myself during this journey, so I'm glad. Way to fuck it up at the end there, Mike. It is an interesting question, is it not? How much do you carry of your country, of a culture that should have been yours but wasn't? May not seem so to you, but to Kabue, my features are foreign. Just small things. My hair being slightly too thick, my brows too thin. Enough for me to look different here. I am other. So what about Vogardians? Would they see me as one of theirs? Would I find myself in them? After coming here, I found out that no, of course not. Why would I? I've never been here before this journey. But at the same time, I am not the only one who is other. In fact, Vogard is filled with people who come from other lands. Vogard welcomes people from all over the world, after all. So even if I did not find someone like me, I have found Vogard to be full of people that are similar to me, and I am very grateful for that. Odelia is half Vogardian, you never knew. She traveled halfway across the world to find out more about herself, trying to see if she'd find herself in a country she has no memory of. What about you, Siffrin? Are you finding out more about yourself in Vogard? What do you mean? Well, you didn't grow up in Vogard either, right? Do you have roots here, or were you just passing through? My apologies, forget I asked. I didn't say anything. You didn't need to. Your face said it all. Just because I'm telling you personal facts about myself doesn't mean you need to tell me anything in return. It was wrong of me to ask. We can forget about it. She goes back to looking at the Family Tales cover. She'd probably be fine leaving it here, just bearing her story to you and nothing else, but you... I don't remember much about where I'm from. Odelia turns to look at you. Were you too small when you left, or was it because there was nothing worth remembering? Everything was worth remembering. Neither. But I can relate to you. Trying to find pieces of yourself wherever you can, yeah. Siffrin has some form of amnesia. Trying to find where you belong. Trying to find how your roots might have shaped you. Which parts of you created and which parts already were? You nod. But you know you're not only made of where you're from, right? If that was the case, everyone in Kabui would be the exact same, and everyone in Vogard would be the exact same. Where you're from matters, yes, but it's not the only thing that makes you you. That's what I realized during this journey, Sifrin. I'm Kabuan and Vogardian in ways I do and don't realize, and I am also myself. One might say that's more important than being Kabuan and Vogardian, wouldn't you agree? I do. That's interesting. I feel so much lighter now. 'Cause you found a family too? Yes, and also because we talked, Sifrin. Oh. Thank you for listening to me, Sifrin. You blush and nod. She's just like, bro. Because I have friends? Dipshit. Now get out of here. I have a family tale to read before we all meet for a sleepover. We'll talk later. Go have fun. Odile smiles at you mischievously. Got a memory of secret quest. You'll always remember this. When equipped, memory of secret quest boosts all your researcher stats by 30. Wow. The researcher also learned the skill Craft Break A. Craft Break A is amazingly strong. When used, it makes an enemy weaker to all craft types for a few turns. Ooh. So strong you'll only be able to... Yeah. Have to talk to her all over again. Get up and leave, waving goodbye. Wild. Okay. So, I've had it confirmed, at least, that... Oh, I didn't get to see the name of that achievement. So far we've learned Mirabelle's Arrow Ace, which I already guessed. Odile is half Kabu and half Vogardian and is not a researcher, despite everything about her, which I enjoy that they really subverted that. That they were like, you know, the fact that she is this like very serious, unemotional woman. She actually came here to try and make emotional connections with what she deems as like her heritage and her family that she doesn't have a real like connection to. That's very interesting. I do enjoy the like Mirabelle's was quite obvious. I did not see Odile coming. I'll be honest with you. I did not see Odile's coming. Alright. Oh, so I'm gonna... Hey, game? Hey, game. What you doing? Hey, game, I didn't like that. I'm gonna save there. Okay, that's gonna be the end of this episode. Also, I just want to point out, Sifrin's head looks like a skull when they're turned to the side with their eye patch, and that's cool. Anyways, that's gonna be the end of this episode. Wow, that was an hour long. I'm sorry I didn't get to, like, you know, commentate much. I was really just trying to give you the scenes as they happened. Because I felt like that was kind of important, especially for, like, I feel like most people would have seen Mirabelle coming. And I do enjoy that this game is exploring a lot of, like, how the queerness affects characters. I am a little disappointed that at the end of the day, the change religion has far too much in common. Like, this very interesting religion still has basically the same pitfalls as, like, you know, it's basically like just a very restrictive fundamentalist religion, and it's not really, like, I mean, not in, like, the how bad they get about it, like, what they do about it, as far as I've seen in the story at least, but, like, come on. you made this whole free, like unrestricted religion, and you're still making it restrictive against like certain types of people. Like, I don't know. I just think not really necessary. Like, your fantasy religion doesn't need to fall into the same pitfalls as real life ones. But, you know, at least I do appreciate that there's like an interesting thing to say about Mirabelle's queerness. But yeah, you know. Odile, I really was not expecting. I'm really happy about that one. I really am interested to see like what Isabeau's is going to be and what Bonnie's is going to be. Because I feel like Bonnie's is going to have something to do with that Voodoo book. Voodoo? I think that's how I've been saying it. That they were hiding. And I don't know what Isabeau's is going to be. Like, definitely, Isabeau has a crush on Siffrin and is, wowie, is he down bad. Like, getting teary-eyed when he sees Mirror's lipstick on Siffrin's hand. My man. But yeah, I wonder what his is gonna be. I'm curious. But also, there were a lot of more weird things. Like the one about like two actors, only one of you knowing it. It was very strange. So I'm interested to see what else we figure out in the next episode. I'm sorry, I will stop rambling. Next episodes. This should be coming out Thursday. Next episode will be Monday. I'm going to try and do a double feature of probably Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, and That's Not My Neighbor. That's what I'm going to try to do for next time. Bye.